Vishy, we are at the candidates right now, 2024, and you just declared it open. How was it overall? How are you feeling in Canada?
Very excited. I am personally coming back to Canada after 3 decades. I was here in my teens, so I think I may have come a couple of times, but not to Toronto. So, I came to Windsor, long story, but anyway, not to Toronto.
But you played chess here in... okay.
No, always. I was visiting my sister in America, or somebody, my uncle, when they were living here, and so they're only family visits. And on top of that, look, fantastic candidates tournament. Both the sections are looking very interesting, and for FIDE, it's fantastic that we can have both events at the same venue. So double the chances to spectate. We think also it's wonderful that such a big event is happening in North America, and just excited, and also to be a candidate, to be a commentator.
Yes.
And 5 Indians are competing as candidates. Just lots and lots of things which are very nice.
Yes, the commentary bit, you will commentate for how many rounds here?
I will commentate for 10 rounds.
10, that's almost like a major chunk
most of the tournament, but I can't stay for the last 4.
And you will be doing it with Irina Krush.
Irina Krush, yeah.
And that will be epic to follow. Vishy, I wanted to talk to you about candidates and your victory at the candidates, which was an amazing moment for Indian chess, at least for me as a player. When I was growing up, it was an inspirational moment, the 2014 candidates that you won. If we could just talk about it, before you were going to play, you had decided maybe not to play. Was that true?
The thought crossed my mind repeatedly. I don't know why am I even bothering to go for this tournament? Look at how I'm playing. Zurich had also gone. Zurich was also a tough event. I was -1 in the classical. I think I was -3 or 4 in the rapid, and then I did the blitz horribly. And what's the point of playing chess like this? Did I seriously consider turning it down? No. I often say I think, but of course, I said it in a way that I understood I'm never going to turn it down really. But I did go to I did board the plane wondering, what is the point? But the idea was just to close my eyes and not think about it too much and play. So if any of the youngsters asked me, we were very inspired by things. I said, no, don't be inspired by that. You should not be recreating that. You can recreate many of my other tournaments. Don't go there in that attitude, because it's a special frame of mind. The good thing is I went there with zero pressure. I was hoping for a top 4 finish, just not to be embarrassed, and because I didn't want to play like in Chennai again and somewhere else again. I went there thinking, if today is a good game, I'll be happy, I'll sleep well, then tomorrow we'll worry about, it's a special frame of mind when you're kind of groggy after a tough run of form, and that's not easily. First of all, you cannot fake it, and second, you probably shouldn't try to.
But you were very honest with yourself that this is my situation. Otherwise, someone would say, okay, I want to win it or something like this, but you just went with this mindset.
Look, I was playing everyone who had been in much better shape. Kramnik had been in excellent shape. The whole of 2012 and most of 13, he was doing well. Aronian was spectacular form, I can say 2014. Shaq had played quite a high level previous year in the Grand Prix and all. The question is, what I should be excited about was not clear to me. And so in the end, I went there because, frankly, I thought, why turn down such a nice tournament? Because after all, it is a very nice tournament.
And is it true that Kramnik said something which was kind of, you decided, okay, now I am going? Is that what happened?
Not really. As I mentioned earlier, I would often tell myself, why the hell am I going? Without actually meaning to think. So it is probably not true that Kramnik really convinced me to think, but at some point he said, what is there to lose? Just turn up and make a few moves and you're well prepared, something like that. And I wanted to tell him, I'm well prepared, but I don't know if I'm playing chess, that sort of thing. But then you don't want to give too much of this to your opponents also, so I decided to think. But we had a nice dinner in London. Funnily enough, he had lost a totally one position against Nakamura and been eliminated. So I called him and said, look, I didn't expect to be doing this, but let me cheer you up. I'll buy you dinner. So we went like that for dinner. And I never thought in that tournament I'll be cheering someone up. But anyway.
And then you went to the candidates, and first round itself you beat Aronian. That was a very nice game.
It was a very beautiful game, but you remember he didn't play knight takes g2 and a5 and rook a6.
Yes.
That was, so he had to play knight f4. If I take everything on e5, then, and I play knight f3, he goes knight takes g2, king g2, a5, and then rook a6, and suddenly it's a mess. That was a shock. But I think it is the first time I found out about a move, not through my engines, not through a chess site, but I found it on Facebook. I mean, I wasn't checking Facebook, but somebody was, and they linked me to it. So maybe it was Gayu or Radek who told me, here is this thing on Facebook where it's come. Couldn't believe it. So somebody had found it and posted it there. So
wow.
And later on I asked Levon about it. He said, yeah, I was also very angry with my...
And you did beat Mamedyarov in that event, and I think that was a nice win. But
very nice win with black, very quick win and all that.
It was beautifully done, and I think the win with Topalov was amazing. It was this Sicilian Najdorf.
One of my best games in the tournament.
The good bishop was, I mean, you had this nice bishop.
Yes, and the slow king march later, it was very nice. Though, I thought about it, but luckily before I seriously considered it, I stopped. But there's one move where if I go king b6, he plays queen c7 check, king a7, b5 check, king takes, queen b7 mate. So I wouldn't say I came close to blundering because I saw it before I needed to. But then you have that knight, even though I was very happy, from time to time I'd wake up thinking I'd played king b6. So.
And also there was this one beautiful game where you sacrificed the queen on like you played rook f3. I think it was Swidler. Yeah, that was a nice thing, but okay, only for a draw. Yes, and then the tournament did become slightly interesting because you were in a little bit of trouble with Karyakin in the penultimate round, right?
Yes, in the 13th round, I actually got into some trouble. And if I'd lost, I was still leading the tournament. But I would no longer have the luxury of just drawing my way in. And in this case, I wasn't even drawing my way in because because I drew the game, I could even lose to Swidler. I had won the tournament. So.
And in the end, you won it. What was your feeling like? I remember photos of you going for some in the snow, like you were doing some rifle shooting. Correct. And all of that.
Well, you can imagine. I mean, the next day they said, oh, we want to take you. It's a very traditional thing in this region. And so it'll be nice if you're seen with this. Of course, I think at that point, if they ask you to dance around a fire, you'll dance around a fire. It doesn't, I mean, you're so happy, nothing matters anymore.
But from an attitude of saying this, I just go to play, to then winning, it must have been what a journey this was.
Yes, but again, like I keep emphasizing, you can't recreate the circumstance. I mean, there's no way to teach someone how to do this. You have to be in that situation, that frame of mind, and luckily things have to work out also. So it's very special. Though later on, I actually repeated this again in Saudi Arabia. So yes. Very similar. I mean, after my -3 in London, I was thinking, am I going really? And so I went there again. Why lose a good tournament? I'll just go there and think, and then suddenly I not only win the rapid, I'm second in the blitz. So just, sometimes things just work out like that.
Brilliant. And Vishy, to end this, in order to win candidates or an event of such long, like such length, 14 rounds, what would you say are the most important qualities that the players should have?
First of all, patience. So Nepo's superpower, as he mentioned. this tournament, it's unlikely you will win 2 rounds before the end. I think 1 round of the end is already one of your best performances. So you can be playing good games, you can be on a plus score, but here, because everyone is fighting only for first place, you have to remember to hang in there till the end. But I think the newcomers, the first timers will, I wouldn't say struggle, but the tension is unusual for them. But they're good enough. If they can settle into the tournament, then I think they're good enough to fight, and then everything is possible.
And Vishy, you are here as FIDE Deputy President, commentator, but we mustn't forget that you played such a big role in making these youngsters reach this stage, as is apparent from their logo which they wear on their jacket, WACA. Unbelievable contribution to each one of them. I think for you that must also be very special.
Of course, I'm very, very proud of that. In WACA, I picked these kids basically 3.5 years back, and that they've all come so far so quickly, that we were involved at all. I'm very, very proud, and it's a very happy moment. I mean, very excited in that way as well, let's put it that way.
It's like the trainers of WACA right now, the seconds of this play, like Gayevsky with Gukesh, Sandipan with Vaishali.
Exactly, that is also an important step we made, that when they reached this level, we were able to help them settle for the next level. So I recommended Gayevsky because I thought that's what Gukesh needs. This was sometime in end of 22. And then same thing with Vaishali. I suggested, why don't you work with Sandipan? Because I remembered him from Hunty. Very patient, very thing, and I somehow thought, okay, maybe he can work with you. Let's see. But it's nice to have them all here. And so I was teasing them. They've all left me, and
maybe there will be a WACA lunch or dinner at some point.
Absolutely.
Here. Well, Vishy, thank you so much for your time, and have a great tournament with your commentary and everything involved here. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. It's going to be a great event. You're also here till the end.
Till the end.
So, in fact, you're longer than me. I'm going after the 10th round. But it's a special feeling in Canada that we are in Canada, but we somehow haven't left India.
Yes, absolutely. Take care, Vishy. Thank you.